And today we're going to meet a number of individuals that can play a key factor in your success with our organization. You'll note that the format we're using today is a live panel, a little different than some of our other webinars, which, by the way, you can access on premiersmi.com and on our YouTube channel. But today, what we look to do is give you access to those folks that are doing management in the different departments within our organization. And to start with, we'll do a little bit of housekeeping where you'll see in the software system, we have the opportunity to ask questions or chat. We ask that you put your questions in the questions box because that's important. That's one of the key reasons why we're doing this today. And we want to make certain too that you realize it is being recorded and will be made available to you through your agent success manager, your marketer with Premier, and on our YouTube channel and on our website, as I mentioned before. And since we speak of management within our organization, we're going to start out today with a message from our Vice President of Sales and Marketing, and that's Mr. Brent Ehlers.
Hey everybody, Brent Ehlers, Vice President of Sales and Marketing here at Premier. And I want to welcome you and thank you for your time today. We are so excited to be able to provide you this opportunity today to learn more about Premier. Whether you've been working with us for years or you're new and you want to give us a shot, we certainly appreciate that. We want to be able to earn your business every single day and show you all that we can offer. We really believe that the true partnership that we can provide with you can be endless for your growth. We thank you very much for your time today, and we wish you nothing but the greatest success in 2023. Thank you.
And we thank you, Brent, for that message. So what we're going to do now is go to our panel of experts, your folks that are liaisons within our organization, and run through some things with the direction of Mr. John Pieper. And John?
Thanks, John and Brent, for that wonderful introduction. Welcome to Interview Your FMO webinar. Again, my name is John Pieper. I'm VP of Agent Success in Norfolk, Nebraska. And I want to introduce the panelists here. If everybody would introduce themselves, I'd appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Katie Novotny, and I manage the long-term care and disability division here at Premier.
Hi, I'm Sarah Bartlett. I'm an Agent Success Manager for Senior Health Products.
Hey everybody, Brad Lewis. I work with the life, annuity, and final expense teams.
All right, thank you all. Again, it's important if you get a chance, go to the chat, put your questions on there. We're going to answer some basic questions that we get a lot from agents when we were talking to them when someone is starting into the business. So we're going to start with some basic questions. The other thing to remember too is stay on all the way to the end because we're going to give away 1,000 piece mailers. Got to say that right. So we will draw that at the end and we'll let everybody know. One of the things we want to do here is introduce or interview your FMO. It's very important when you're interviewing your FMO and you're starting out, you're looking for a partner. And hopefully you choose Premier to be your partner. So we're going to start with our first question here. Again, if you get a chance to ask questions, and we'll try and get to some of them at the end. We're going to try and keep it short here, keep it under 30 minutes. So we're going to start out here for Brad. Brad, what sets Premier apart from other FMOs?
Hey, John, thanks. You know, that's a great question because there's a lot of great FMOs out in the industry today, and I feel Premier is very unique. You know, we've been in business. We're going into our 55th year. So we're coming up on our 55th anniversary, and we're an FMO that was started by agents for agents. So our actual founders of our company started in the business as agents out in the field, and they really built the organization around how to best serve agents. Obviously, technology is a big play. We have multiple technology sources that we work with and platforms that we work with to help grow your business. And we'll touch on a little bit of that in just a few minutes as well. But one of the biggest things that I think sets us apart, and a lot of places or FMOs say this, but I think it's really true with us, is we have a ton of great employees with a bunch of knowledge and support-minded folks out there. We actually have 115 employees that work at Premier. So that's a big number, obviously. And what's unique about our situation is we have about 65% of those work on the support or operations side of the business. So they're the ones that are scrubbing your new business, they're working on your contracting, and they're doing a lot of touches with you to make sure that your business, which is the most important part of what you do, goes and flows smoothly. And then the other 35% is the team of marketers that we have. So no matter which product line that you work with, because we're really kind of a one-stop shop, we have 5 different product lines that we are heavily invested into that we use to support our agents in. And no matter which one of those product lines you go into, we have a specialist in each of those fields that will help you with your annuities or your life insurance or your med subs, whichever product line that you choose to be in.
So basically, it's like a one-stop shop. Everything's under one roof.
Under one roof, you bet.
Makes it easy. Anybody else have any comments you want to add to that?
John, I think the other thing is that we are under one roof. And with that being said, we're talking about all the different divisions, but specifically with operations. When we're talking about all these different divisions and with working in our operations, I guess if you saw our building, we're kind of spread out. But if we have a situation where we have someone that has a sales issue, and maybe there's a licensing issue that is undermining the whole thing, we can walk down the hall. We can have a conversation face to face, and we can get an agent on the phone, and we can have a team discussion, rectifying the situation and putting the problem at ease.
Okay. But like I say, the biggest thing is time is money. Efficiency in today's world, efficiency is money. So it's very important if you can do a one-stop shop type of deal with Premier, and everything you need is under one roof, just makes it easy for you. Instead of having to call different places for different products, everybody in the building knows you. So we've really become a family in that aspect. So, all right, we're going to go to the next question. This one is for Katie and Sarah. What type of training and tools does Premier provide?
Well, it's kind of a long-winded answer, but I'm going to try to sum this up kind of quickly. First off is training. I think that every FMO out there does a wonderful job of product training. We have so many products out there, and that can be answered so many different ways from each and every one of us, depending on our division. But I think the one thing that we offer is conceptual training. And I can talk on my side specifically when it comes to LTC or disability. I commonly get the question of, I want to offer this product, but I don't even know how to bring it up. One thing that we try to do here is we pride ourselves on making you comfortable on having the conversation. So conceptual training is really what we pride ourselves on. Another thing is product and carrier training. We can provide that as well as a lot of places can. So I don't really think that that's one that helps us stand out, but the conceptual training that follows that really does. Another thing is quoting training and making you comfortable once you understand the concept is how to quote it, how to present it to your client while you're sitting there.
On the health side for senior health, we have a number of different tools available to agents at no additional cost. So that is another thing that sets us apart. We have, for about 7 years, we've had a Medicare Advantage and prescription drug plan quoting and enrollment system. Mm-hmm. We started off with maybe 3 or 4 carriers, right. And throughout the years, we have increased that astronomically. We have built in a CRM system that, again, an agent does not need to pay for to have access to the CRM. We added call recording functionality so that agents can remain compliant for this last AEP when CMS brought out those regulations on recording your phone calls. In that MedicareCENTER system, agents have access to 4 different enrollment and quoting tools.
Are you talking all companies, or are you talking just specific companies that we provide on our quoting system? We provide, like Humana, all the major companies are on our quoting system. Yep. In one spot instead of having to go.
One spot. It's MedicareCENTER.com. So just one website. Okay. And within that one website, there are 4 different systems that agents can, if they have a preference for one over the other, they can choose which one they want to go with. They also have access to the CSG actuarial for Medicare supplement quoting. And CSG actuarial themselves have really done great work with expanding their system functionality with Medicare supplement e-applications with some carriers. And they recently rolled out Medicare Advantage and prescription drug enrollments too.
There are training videos that they can go on the portal and see that.
Yes.
CSG and our MedicareCENTER have become really a leader in the industry. You're able to go on there, put the client's information in, see different options as far as what you want to sign the client up with, the PPO, HMO, those types of options. Choose which one's the best one and send it out to the client. And the client, basically, you do it all online from the comfort of your chair.
Right, exactly.
It just makes it that easy. I mean, when it comes to training and tools, I think we are definitely one of the leaders in the industry. So thank you for that information. Any other input anybody have?
I'd say on the tool side, when you look at the life annuity and final expense side of the business as well, we have multiple platforms. So on the annuity side, we have 2 different platforms for tools that are available to help figure out which annuity would be most suitable for your client. On the life side of the business, our website is very robust. We provide a lot of tools on our website that are accessible without a login. And then we also use iPipeline there for the quoting tool and the underwriting piece of that. And then on the final expense side, we have 2 different quoting softwares that we can use. And we have multiple tools like our toolboxes that we use that we get out to our agents that really help support the product part of it and make it really easy for them to have all the assets in one place to communicate with their agent or their client, I should say.
Great.
One other thing on that, John, is that we also, a lot of people don't realize that we also have a full supplies department here at Premier.
Right.
So we do have where we can customize some brochures and some marketing pieces for our agents. So we have a full printing press basically in our back room that we can do some customizable brochures, some questionnaires, and some pre-qualification forms for our agents.
So in that scenario with technology, we can either email the application out to them that they'll need on the spot if they're with the client in their office, or actually we could print something here and send them out
And
actual
mail them out
applications if they want to do that.
Absolutely.
So as far as the products that we carry here, we never went through the products. We do the Medicare supplements, the prescription drug plans, the final expense, long-term care, the annuities, hospital indemnity, dental, vision, hearing. Basically, everything is under one roof here. So if you have a need here, you're able to quote all those products through Premier. So if there's any questions you have on any products, call us. And if you're with a client, we'd be happy to help you with those quotes at that time. Anything I'm missing there?
Nope.
So again, this is a round robin discussion. Please put your questions on our chat. We'd be happy to answer them. We got a couple more questions here. I got about another 10 minutes or we'll do one more question. We'll see if we have any questions on the chat, okay? Let's go to Brad. How do you communicate with your agents?
So we have multiple ways we communicate with agents, pretty standard. We text, we have a chat feature on our website. We email out communications constantly, where you're getting different communications from different parts of the business. We also have a unique setting inside of our CRM, where we have a licensed communication where we can actually customize it to the way you want to be communicated with. So you get to pick the preference rather than us picking it when it comes to your new business and contracting and things of that nature. So we're gonna do it the way that you want to do it. Another way that we also communicate is through our agent portal. That's one thing that you get access to immediately by being contracted with Premier. You get access to our agent portal, and on the back end of that, you can see your business and you can see your certifications, and you can see your contracts as well. So it opens up, there's about, if I remember right, about 12 or 15 different options in there that you can access by logging into the agent portal. And we love it when agents use that because it makes it real easy for them to have access to everything all in one place.
But we have options. We can email, we can text, phone call.
Phone calls, yep, everything's phone calls all the time. So
one of the big thing too is on our portal. John Dubas, who opened up our segment today, is fantastic with some of the trainings that he does. We record all those as far as all the products that we represent, and we put them on our portal. So if there's ever a time you need to know something about a product, you can go back on there and listen to some of those videos that we record. They're fantastic videos. They're great trainings, and we try to do as much as we can to help you get in front of your clients to sell your product and help your clients. John, I tell you what, do we want to take a look, see if there's any questions on there?
Absolutely. We've got a number of them. We're still experiencing some technical difficulties in and out. So we are hearing you wonderfully. I can see you on my screen. I'm not certain not all our agents
That might
can.
be your snowstorm down in Dallas there, John.
That might be it. We are being ice pelleted today where the great snowstorm passed us over yesterday, but it's causing a little havoc with us here today.
One of the wonderful things of going live.
That's it. One of the first questions deals with websites. And the question is from Matthew, can Premier provide agents with a standard compliant web page, a landing page for Medicare business like other FMOs do? We want Sarah to handle that, or you want me to just take it off cuff here? I can do
Go
that.
ahead. Go ahead and answer that if you have a.
I think what agents may miss out is the joy of our MedicareCENTER platform. And one of the things that it does is give an agent a personal URL. And so that is totally compliant, and it gives you the access to exhibit the products you offer on a microsite pointed directly to you. So it's a great help when it comes to marketing virtually in that type of thing. But we've also got a number of carriers that will offer microsites too. And one of the chief ones that we work with hand in hand with that is Emeritus, because they have a microsite for their contracted agents that you can tie in to your communications, your website if you have one on your own, or whatever that circumstance would be. When it comes to compliant communication, Matthew, the question is for the panel here, do we have a compliant mailer to send to existing Medicare patients regarding equity index annuities? Do we have something? And Brad, I think I'll defer that one to you.
Yeah, so we have different lead suppliers that would have compliant pieces that would be available for that. On the annuity side, it's always best to mail, from our experience, to existing clients because you have a relationship. But there are pieces that are available that would address annuities.
And that's even with the health side. As far as some of the companies out there, most companies now do have pieces that they provide to the agents to mail out that they can do specifically to that agent. And if you look at the company websites that have those, always give us a call and we can direct you to those. But there are mailers that are available, and we'd love to work with you on getting those mailers, on mailing those out. Try and get them out, try and drum up some business for you. Hopefully put that in your 2023 business plan and give us a call. We'd work with you on that.
That's a good point, John. Many of the carriers have a wonderful agent toolkit, and a couple of them actually offer generic material. Much of what you'll see on the agent sites are branded by the carrier, but we have generic material access as well. And
compliance
for Mr. John,
compliance is a heavy word. We just want to be careful when it comes to compliance. So we do like to have when the companies get involved with those.
Absolutely. And one of the question is multi-selling. John mentions that sometimes it's overwhelming with what is being offered. And I think that's one of the things that you'll see in some of the other trainings, John, is how to transition and how you can take full advantage of both your book of business and then follow-up business as well. With the compliance piece that we have within Medicare, we want to make certain that we do that compliantly. Zachary's asking, can I buy leads directly from Premier, life and health leads? Can I push that one to you, Sarah?
So Premier does not have a lead generation within the company, but we have a lot of relationships with some of our preferred vendors that we can definitely get people in contact with. Most recently, we actually, on the Medicare side, I know that this group has been involved with the final expense side, but we have Medicare leads with a new company that uses search engine optimization to generate digital leads as well. So not just direct mail pieces that we can get you in contact with, but we also have some digital lead opportunities now. And not only that, within MedicareCENTER, if you are working with Medicare sales, you have access to what's called Lead Center. And Lead Center is a bit of a bigger beast in that you can create real-time campaigns where you can receive live transferred phone calls if you set one of those up for Medicare.
Do you want to go into a little bit about the co-oping that we do for production on the health side for 5, 10, 15 apps?
Yeah, so for the health side, if you, this is a monthly co-op opportunity that agents are able to qualify for. If you do 5 applications in a month, then you would qualify for 1,000 direct mail piece. Agent cost would be $305. If you submit 10 or more applications in a month, then that discount is increased. 1,000 direct mail piece would be $230.
And that's something every month?
Every month an agent can qualify for, use the credits in the month that you earn them with, and drum up some more business so that it's a rolling co-op that you have available every month.
And we also do have a flyer that we've developed here that we do provide to agents at no charge. It basically goes over, if you're on the health side, it allows you to do different options as far as comparisons when you're meeting with a client. You're gonna do a Medicare supplement, a prescription drug plan, a dental vision, hearing, a final expense that allows you to put this all on one sheet and do one proposal. And it lays it out for the client to see, and it gives you different options. And that's one of the ways we help our agents get in front of clients and give presentations, because it's very important when you're meeting with somebody 65, because after you are now meeting with them after they've gone through the accumulation period, they've accumulated their pile of gold, and now your job is to help them through the distribution period. And through those products, it covers that distribution of their gold assets, so that if something happens to them, they don't waste that away, and hopefully they can pass that gold pile onto their family. So there's some other things that we do. There's a lot of things that we do to just help you through the proposals in front of your clients. And the other thing too is when you do have applications, you submit them to us. We do scrub those applications for clarity, make sure they're correct before they're submitted. So there's just a lot of things we try and do to help our agents. So John, is there another question on there?
There's a ton of questions, and we may not get through all of them, but we'll make certain that the answers are shared to everyone who raised their hands with interest in today's webinar. Next one, I think, is best directed to Brad, and it's asking if, Andy's asking if we're set up to do telesales for final expense.
So that is a carrier by carrier answer, I guess you would say. So we definitely have carriers that will allow for telesales, and the processes are different by carrier as well. But definitely have multiple carriers that will allow you to sell over the phone for final expense. And like Sarah mentioned, you know, if it's a live transfer lead, or if it's a lead you're just calling, or if you just prefer to sell over the phone, we definitely have solutions for that. And almost every product line, to be honest, but final expense specifically, yes, we have multiple carriers that will do that.
I think that emphasizes the value of what John mentioned before of having the subject matter experts within the office, and you've got a great crew of people that work in final expense that can help. The next question is from Chris, and asking about the quoting tools available through MedicareCENTER, if anyone has a favorite or what all is available. I think Sarah addressed that to a degree a bit before, but is there anything you want to add to that, Sarah?
There are agents who have favorites for sure. You know, a number of agents like Medicare app. Again, a number of agents like Medicare Link. So with the MedicareCENTER system as a whole, if you use the CRM system within MedicareCENTER, a lot of agents are turning toward that because the features of the main MedicareCENTER quoting and enrollment system have gone so far above and beyond where it first started. So there are favorites. And again, whenever I talk to agents, I kind of tell them it's kind of like comparing Pepsi and Coke. At the end of the day, they all do the same thing, but you just need to play around with them to try to realize which one you like better, because they do look quite different, but do the same thing.
Thank you, Sarah. Next question I'm sorry, John.
We're going to do here is we're getting close to the end here. We're going to wrap it up here. The questions that are on there, maybe we can give those agents a call and answer their questions for them, or we may have to do this again. We're just going to try and keep this short, or I guess we can answer a few more. One of the things I wanted to get in before we left here is that we want to try and help you grow your business, and having all your contracts under one roof is a huge asset to us as well as you. It makes it easier. So yes, you can move contracts and give us a call. We'd be happy to help you do that, so that basically we have an annual trip, and basically you get points for Medicare supplements, hospital indemnity plans. We have a list of things that you get points for. This year we're going to Mexico, and you can qualify for those annual trips, and we'd love to have you. But again, to be able to do that, to be able to help you, we need everything under our roof. We'd be happy to help you do that.
Okay, I'm gonna answer one really quickly here, Ms. Rodriguez. I'll get in touch with you with the different lead programs for Medicare, working hand in hand with your agent success manager. But the next one I really want to ask of you guys on the panel before we cut off and finish up, and that is a statement by Lisa, who's looking for FMO support that has experience with the support people, and the criteria for answering that. How do we handle that with the people we bring on? I think we did mention a little bit the tenure average that we have with our organization.
One thing I wanted to say is that, to speak of tenure and things like that, we, out of those 115 employees we have here, we have 86 people who have 5 or more years of service with Premier. So the knowledge that we have amongst every department is there. And we're here to pass that knowledge on to agents as well. And that's why we do have specialists in every area that focus on those products. So that way they know everything that they can, specific to long-term care, Medicare, final expense, life, and annuity.
Yep, very well said.
Okay, we've got a ton of different questions there, and Lisa is asking a number of those, and I will make certain, Ms. Williams, that we get you the information. We do have our own generated communications as well, just to throw that out there. So John, tell us a little bit about that 1,000 piece mailer that's being offered. How do we come across it?
What we're going to do now is we have the list of people that are still on the webinar. We're going to copy off that list, draw 5 names. We'll be getting in contact with you and let you know who qualifies for the 5 1,000 piece mailers, and we'll get that organized for you. And we'd love to do some business with you and help you grow your business.
Awesome. It is important to note too that everyone who didn't get their questions answered in this half-hour piece, that we will be reaching out to you and making certain that you know the answer to your question so you can get the full value out of today's presentation. For those of you that have come on as well that are current agents with Premier, I want to thank you for your business. It's greatly appreciated. We want to enrich that relationship moving forward. For those of you that are new to Premier or just investigating to see how pretty we look, well, we want to thank you for that opportunity to do business.
One more thing,
for
John.
you. Yes, sir.
If you could put notes on there. We'd like to see your comments. Is this helpful to you? You would like to see us do this more often? Would you like to see us do other areas? We'd like to know what you guys need out there. We want to help you grow your business. If this information of this webinar is helpful to you, we'd love to know it. We'd love to know what else you want to hear, what else you want to see, what else we can do for you. So, John, with that, we're going to wrap it up here live, and we're going to hand it over to you, and it's all yours.
Great. I want to once again thank everybody for coming on board. Keep in mind, we do intend a series of these, and it would help us if you would direct what areas that you'd like this chat function, in a manner of speaking, to carry on. So with that said, we're going to make certain that we do the follow-up for the lead distribution piece that we talked about, and make certain that you get answers to your questions. And we'll put them on a frequently asked questions list so everyone can see the answers to them. With that said, until we are able to visit with you again in the very near future, keep us in mind, we're available at the 1-800-365-8208 toll-free number, and of course, through functions on our website. And until we speak to you again, in the meantime, the panel and I, in our own loquacious manner, we wish you good selling.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.